In today's video, I want to talk about AI and fulfillment and AI implementation in fulfillment, but also in other areas of your business. This is day 4 of Raw Talk. If you're new to this channel, this is my broad channel where I talk about life lessons, business lessons, and in general, things that I'm experiencing. All these videos in this channel and this one in particular, they're not really specific. I don't really have a script. I just sat down with an idea that I want to talk about, and I talk about that idea until I don't have anything else to say on that idea, and then I just end the video. I post it on YouTube for you guys to watch. If you want more specific business lessons, go watch my business channel. It's a lot more specific. It's obviously for more higher profile people. It's not for beginners. And yeah, that's pretty much it to summarize it. If you're interested in who I am, I run a not seven figure. I almost said seven figure, a multi six figure, but very soon it's going to be multi seven figure as well. Multi six figure agency. I work with some of the biggest names in the info space, and I'm super grateful to be doing what I'm doing. But again, if you want more insight on who I am, check out my business channel and check out my website. Okay, so thank you. Now we can get into the video. So this morning, I had this idea for a while that I want to make an AI version of myself for all kinds of reasons. For my clients, that they can message the AI version of myself, so if I'm not there, they can get an answer on whatever the question they need. I'm opening a coaching program soon, so for my students, if they have a question and I'm not there, they can just ask my AI. For my employees, if I'm not there, if they need a question or if they need a video to be reviewed so that I don't have to do it, they can just ask the AI. It's going to visually analyze the video, all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was just a great feature. And originally, if you know Jeremy Haynes, he inspired me to build that because before watching that specific video, I never even knew something like that was a possibility. But after watching that video, it sure is, right? So I love that, and I want to replicate it in my business. I've had that idea for a while now. I haven't really taken action on it. And this morning, I decided, okay, like, what the fuck am I waiting for? It's like nothing that hard. I just have to export not a bit of information. I have to export all kinds of information about me. But again, it's not impossible, okay? So today, I applied for Loom support. Loom, the screen recording app. Everybody knows it. So I applied for Loom. I applied for their support to like help me bulk download all the videos from there because, by the way, I filmed like almost 2,000 videos in the span of 2 years on there. So that's fucking cool. And I want to import or export all of those 2,000 videos and put it into the AI. The reason for that is like I think Loom pretty much has everything documented and SOP'd out. Pretty much everything. Like all the SOPs, everything I ever made, everything I ever reviewed, everything I ever talked about, sometimes even calls that I did with my clients, it's all on Loom. And I think if I want to really make an effective AI that covers, a lot of things that I'm doing in my life and my business, and people are going to like talk about it, and, I expect the AI to give an answer that I would give them, I think Loom would be the best one to do that job. So that AI is definitely going to save me a shit ton of conversations. I think Jeremy, he showed in the video a statistic that like his AI, Jeremy AI saved him like 100,000 conversations, which is absolutely fucking nuts. Imagine if 100,000 conversations, do you know how much that is? Imagine if each conversation was 1 minute. That's 100,000 minutes. I don't know the math, but it's a shit ton of hours, I assure you. Okay, so I just got my iPhone really quickly to do the math. What? Siri, 100,000 minutes into hours. Okay, oh, that was my iPad. That's 1,666 hours. Okay, that's cursed. Siri, how much is 1,666 hours into days? That's 69 days. Okay, well, not much. That's not like 2.5 months almost. But again, that's 2.5 months. And by the way, what's going on with my fucking iPad? Either way, That's only like 69 days worth of conversations, but that's like on the low end. That's like if we assume that every conversation is a minute, but usually conversations are like 5 minutes. And like conversations in itself, when you get a notification on your phone, it causes you to lose focus and all that kind of stuff. So it's low when you calculate it like that, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, how much it actually saved him. Who knows how many stupid questions he avoided? Stupid questions equals stress. Stress equals, because you obviously everybody gets fucking annoyed when they get asked a stupid question. Stress leads to not being as productive. Seeing all these notifications. Who knows how many times he could have lost focus if instead of people messaging the AI, they messaged him. All that kind of stuff, right? So if you look at the grand picture, that AI probably saved them a shit ton of time, energy, like fucking well-being, right? And also productivity. So I think that's going to be a very fucking big thing that I'm going to be introducing in 2026 as well, is that AI. Obviously, I'm going to import every single call. Not sure if I'm going to be comfortable exporting every single message, due to you know who owns AI. Um, I sent all kinds of memes to my friends, so I don't want to. I don't want those people to see those messages and those memes and all that kind of shit. So I probably would stay away from apps like Instagram. Instagram is like, what is it? Mostly like fucking outreach. I don't know what that would be useful for, but yeah, definitely like exporting messages from perhaps Discord, Telegram, perhaps Loom, definitely Fathom, all the calls. Um, Maybe Slack as well. Like Slack would be like pretty fucking good if I like export a little bit from Slack. But yeah, the main usage of that obviously would be like to fucking every single video that I ever made. Like that would be so fucking cool. The main usage would 100% be number one, getting like rid of the communication with my team, because my team can get annoying sometimes. So for example, like revisions, I would not like to be doing revisions. I just want to have that one single AI and people export a video and the AI visually analyzes the video, gives them revisions based on what I would tell. And by the way, every single revision I've ever done, it's on Loom. It's on Loom. So I've done like probably thousands of Looms, simply just revisions. Okay, so yeah, definitely a lot of good stuff. So, and then in terms of like my clients, if they have a question about social media, they would easily be able to get it. And yeah, it's just insane. So I think AI is gonna be a big thing, and I'm dabbling into it. Like, I have so many ideas about AI and how I want to implement it in my business and my fulfillment and my outreach, acquisition, everything. But I just don't have anybody to execute it. There's no way I'm gonna be able to execute it. I'm a fucking dumbass for that shit, and I don't want to even learn. To be fair, so like for example, I came across this idea recently. My friend Joshua asked me like, "Hey, can you help me like come up with better ideas for fulfillment?" Like how can I fulfill better for my students? And I told him like, okay, here is the weekly form that I'm gonna be sending to my clients every single week, which is like essentially gonna ask them questions like, hey, what's the top 5 lessons you learned this week, or something? Are you happy with our service this week? All that kind of stuff. How can we improve it? And essentially, that form is obviously for us to know if we're doing a good job and how can we improve. And it's also for us to get a look at their life every single week and be able to come up with fresh content the next week, right? So that's exciting. And so I told them like, okay, here's the form. I made it for my clients. We're pretty much in the same niche. We're doing the same thing, just a different model. He's doing that with you. I'm doing more done for you. You can still apply it to your own clients, maybe change a few questions, add a few questions, and let them answer those questions. And if you can attach an AI agent that takes those questions, those like lessons that they've learned in the past week, and if it can give them ideas, content ideas based on the frameworks or whatever, and those ideas, that would be like a sick fucking fulfillment. They just at the end of every week they fill out a fucking form, and the next 10 minutes they get banger content ideas that they can actually use. Like AI usage, banger fucking idea, right? And they feel premium, right? For example, I joined this course from my friend Jason. His name is Jason Cooperson. I don't know if we're friends, if he considers me a friend, but we spoke. So we spoke a little bit, so I don't know. When I joined his course for like he's basically doing AI, like teaching AI. His onboarding was like, hey, input your name, your competitors, and click, and you're gonna get like a report of how your page is doing. What can you be doing better? What content can you be making? What are they doing? The competitors that you're not doing, and that's that feeling when I joined in and I had that little onboarding form. It was so premium. I felt like I was a fucking like served like a king in there, and that's what you need. That's the kind of fulfillment that the AI provides you with. For example, you finish a call, you can attach an AI agent to execute, to analyze the call and execute the call. Right? Obviously, you need to properly train the agent and all kinds of things, so that whatever comes up on the call, it can actually do it. But again, that's another example of the things that you can do. And then what else? You can use AI automations for onboarding, AI automations for again, weekly reports, weekly ideation, stuff like this. Where, for example, you can. I was thinking of adding an AI that in one click of a button, it goes over our social media of a client and analyzes the views, analyzes the comments, all that kind of stuff. But also, we wanted to make it so that it analyzes exactly who liked. Not only how many likes, but who liked it. Analyze their profile, analyze their bio, their images that they're posting, and spit out a report whether the majority of these people, like what's the average person that's liking these videos? Are they like poor, broke? Are we not getting qualified people? Or are they qualified? See, that would be a fucking sick thing to have that kind of. You can not only can you see the likes, you can see who is liking it. Are these qualified people? Are we going in the right direction with our content? But again, it's a sick idea, but I have nobody to execute it, and if nobody can execute it, it's useless, because ideas are literally useless if you don't put them into action. And I don't know how to do it, certainly, and it would take me like a year to learn. And it's just not my expertise. Like, you should not be going out of your way for a single year to learn something. You can just pay somebody who's already an expert at that thing to do that, right? It just doesn't make sense for me. Not a good business move, not a smart business move. But for example, I use AI for outreach, and it can be like some people use AI to scrape their leads for them on Instagram. We even use like follower scrapers, where we scrape our clients' followers, we reach out to them, those who are qualified, and we use our clients' names in outreach sometimes, right? What else do we do? I sometimes I send out free scripts as outreach in my agency, and I generate those scripts with AI, and everything is automated. I just have to copy paste the prompt, paste it in. That's it. I copy paste. Most of that process is copy paste with AI. You can do so much with AI. Literally. We even have an AI clone that can make a clone of you, and you never have to film again. You just put in the script and the AI is going to do its thing. Yes, it requires training. Yes, it requires like video footage, like 30 seconds to a minute video footage every single month to maintain it. But again, that's like 30 seconds to a minute to save yourself hours. Setting up the studio, paying for the studio, filming the video, scripts, all that. Right? It's nothing, right? So AI is definitely. By the way, AI is stupid. Like, you may be listening to this like, oh, fucking amazing. AI is so stupid. I literally had so many issues this morning with AI, and it set me back because I had to fix those issues. I had to text with my friend back and forth. And AI is very, very fucking stupid. AI is lazy. Oh, sorry. And sometimes, if you don't hold your hand of the AI, it's not going to do its work properly. Okay? So you definitely have to be cautious. And sometimes AI literally hallucinates, and it literally has mood swings. Some days it's good, some days it's bad. So if you ever hear somebody saying like, oh, AI is perfect, AI is never going to make the same mistakes as a human. Trust me, it will. Trust me, it will. It actually will. Sometimes it does really good. Sometimes it is really bad. I don't know why. Maybe it is a human after all. But yeah, it's definitely stupid. So that's something you have to be super cautious about. Something that you would eventually learn, even if you don't know about AI or you do know about AI. Like, you will eventually learn that AI is like super stupid. Honestly, it's never going to replace humans. Humans are way smarter than AI in some instances. It's just that AI it's a robot, so it executes information faster, but definitely not properly. Okay, I don't think it would be able to execute information better than a human. I genuinely think that. I have more confidence in a human rather than AI. Will that ever change someday? Perhaps, I don't know. But for now, AI is very lazy. It gives sometimes really bad results. It's like a lazy employee, honestly. So yeah, it's just that like it saves you a shit ton of time, so you don't have to go through a chunk of big chunk of information on your own. What happens is like usually like when we work with clients, there's so much information, like all the framework. Sorry, I don't know what that is. So there's just like all kinds of frameworks that you need to remember, all kinds of stories from clients and specific like ways of scripting all that you need to remember when you're doing something for a client. It's just not possible for a human brain, and so obviously we leverage AI. But again, we still need human iteration. I think somebody said that and I loved it. Like, I use AI to outsource and automate and delegate, but I use humans for iteration. I think that's the best way to do it, at least for now. AI is not perfect at all. But yeah, again, it's not there to replace you. It's there to make you faster, make you more efficient, and don't fucking complain about it. Use it to your advantage. I was one of those people that was like complaining about it. I was like, oh, AI is going to overtake us, or AI is never going to like be good. And then this year I dabbled into AI. Honestly, I'm happy that I did. It's going to change my business in a very good way. Um, it's funny. This is like a funny topic. Like, some people say AI is like demons and like Satan, or like, satanic spirit inside of the AI or robots. Um, you've probably seen those videos where people like talk to ChatGPT and ChatGPT tells them, "Oh yeah, I'm a demon" or some shit. Which honestly, it might be true. It might be true. Who knows? This is all like a very spiritual content. It's not like I don't believe in that spiritual stuff. I should be talking about God on this channel a lot more. I don't talk about God as much as I should be, but I am actually very like spiritual, not like spiritual in a woo woo way, like fucking Buddhist and meditation and bullshit and attracting way. No, fuck that. I hate that shit. But I believe in spiritual things. I believe in God. I believe in angels, demons. It's a very real thing. These higher powers, and if you don't watch what you do, what you say, like, God is coming for you. Karma. Some people call it karma. I call it like God is coming for you. God is giving you. There's a reason why it says in the Bible, do what you do to others what you want others to do to you. You will get what you give, right? So I went on a very big tangent right there, so I digress. But yeah, AI is honestly really good. If you want to use it, I definitely recommend it. And I have actually a lot of videos on my business channel explaining how to use AI and how I use AI. So we use AI in all kinds of things, not obviously for like onboarding, client delivery, all that kind of stuff, but we also use it for like clipping, scripting, story sequences and carousels, all that kind of stuff, all these use cases. And obviously I have private use cases that I haven't disclosed, such as like outreach, because outreach, like, there's no point. If I show outreach on my main business channel, it's going to attract a really bad audience that I don't want. So, but if you're interested in seeing how I outreach with I kind of told you in this video, but if you want to see more in depth, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. It's also going to be in the description. And that's pretty much it, right? I'll answer pretty much every single DM on my own. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. I don't want to ramble too much. One thing I noticed when I'm filming these videos, it's kind of like awkward for me to stare at the camera so much. So I kind of go around the camera. I look at the light. I look at the little audio movement. I look at there. I look at my. I have a phone literally next to my camera so I can see how I look. So I apologize if I'm looking like I'm going all the way like it happens. It's just like very uncomfortable for me to just stay focused on a camera. I don't know why. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I'm not gonna ramble on too much. Let me know what you thought about this video. I think this is literally just like a super interesting topic. I think a lot of you who run businesses, actual businesses, would learn a lot about AI and what you can implement in your business. Probably get an idea. But yeah, go watch my main business channel where I go a lot in depth about these things and content and strategies and AI and all that. And I show you some use cases. Make sure to follow me there. DM me on Instagram if you're interested in working with me. You can check out my website on my business channel. But yeah, honestly, I want you to consume my content as much as possible, which is why I'm making this. So go to my business channel, visit it. But yeah, thank you for watching. This was a really good session, and I'll see you tomorrow.